Hi, I'm Laia. This is The Pause, a moment to slow down, settle in, and meet yourself where you are. Let's begin. You don't have to move fast to move forward. A week to reflection on creativity, rhythm, and staying with what works. Hello, my dear. Welcome to The Pause. Ever since I realized that moving at what's considered an acceptable pace in our society was making me not only unhappy but deeply unwell, I made a conscious decision to slow down and move with more intention and care. And yet, even after that choice, I've often struggled with the feeling that I'm not doing enough. What's interesting is that when I pause and actually look at the evidence, that story doesn't hold. It took me 3 years to write my first novel. It takes me weeks to shape a course, days to write an article like this one. So if I measure my life through the lens of productivity culture and capitalism, I could easily conclude that I don't produce enough, and therefore, by those same standards, that I'm not enough. But when I look at what's actually here, the projects that exist, at the ideas that once lived only in my imagination and are now tangible in the world, I can't honestly say that. I am creating at the pace my life allows. Lately, I've been repeating a simple reminder to myself. You don't have to move fast to move forward. Of course you don't. You may see others moving faster with bigger audiences, higher numbers, fuller bank accounts, but that doesn't make your path any less meaningful. It doesn't make your work less real, and it certainly doesn't mean you're standing still. As we move into week 2 of 21 Creative, we'll be exploring what it means to stay with a rhythm without speeding it up. It's tempting to try to do more, to try to keep up with an imaginary competitor, but instead, may you listen more carefully. May you notice what actually supports consistency and what quietly drains it. The rhythm isn't here to push you forward, it's here to walk alongside you at a pace that you can return to again and again. So, as we begin week 2 of this experiment, the invitation isn't to assess or correct anything. This week is less about looking back and more about noticing how the rhythm wants to meet you now. You may find that certain anchors feel easier to return to, or that your energy shifts from day to day. Nothing here needs to be fixed. This is simply information that helps the rhythm become more sustainable. So, rather than asking, "Am I doing this right?" you might explore a different question. What helps me return? Over the next few days, we'll be exploring themes like working with your energy instead of against it, staying in your own lane, loosening perfectionism, and creating simple defaults that make returning easier, not faster, just steadier. Let this week be about staying with what's already here without rushing it forward. If you're part of the inner circle, I'll be sharing a short reflection on Friday to help you integrate these ideas and check in on how your rhythm is evolving. For now, let this week unfold at its own pace. You don't have to rush it. You're already moving forward. Until we meet again, pause often, breathe deeply, and be kind, especially to yourself. Much love. Laia.